Greetings everybody, Brian EMP here and welcome to yet another Hopes, Thoughts and Theories video. As you all know, Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is coming out very soon, and for that same reason I decided to give my 5 cents to talk about 5 things I want in these new games. Now bear in mind, this is my opinion and we're most likely different, so if you have some other things or mechanics you want added in the games, please just make a top 5 in the comments below, and without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want added in the games is more post-game content, because let's be honest, Sun and Moon could have done better. I mean seriously, 2 to 3 hours Ultra Beast hunting, oh and what's that? No new areas to explore apart from the battle tree? Great work, Game Freak, great work. In all honesty, there is stuff to do after you beat the Elite Four, but really it feels more like chores rather than expanding on the adventure. Go get this Pokemon, go get that Pokemon, oh, and there's a Zygarde cell over there, why don't you get that? I think it's safe to say that not that many people were pleased by the lack of content in this one. So, why the hell not number 1? Well, it's so well known, it's really not worth that spot. This goes along with the more post-game content. Just a quick, simple way to keep track of what events you've done and how much you've done with them. Seriously, am I the only one who wants to keep track of which Zygarde cells I got where? Majora's Mask had that notebook and it really doesn't need to be much. I mean, just a short description of the mission and maybe the latest event you've done within the mission. Simple yet effective, and no, I don't want to hold your hand and show you wherever you need to go at all times, okay? The next thing I want back is more recognizable characters, and not just in the battle tree. In Sun and Moon we got to see Annabelle, Red and Green, Cynthia and a lot more, and that was amazing. I really like to see old familiar faces that we've come to know in our own adventures ever since we was 10 and started our very own Pokemon journey. The shame about this though is that a lot of these characters were locked behind the battle tree, which not that many people were fond of, myself included. Come on, I want to use my crowd and why can't I use it? Yeah, I never liked that part. Why in the world shouldn't I be allowed to use my own things in a single player game? What I want is these characters to be more interactable, you know, in the story, or even better, in the post-game content. I mean, how cool would it be to travel with Cynthia to a deserted island to find some sort of legendary Pokemon? Or maybe fly across the sky with Lance to find some sort of old dragon-type Pokemon. The possibilities are endless. Get to it, Game Freak. I was going to put gyms here, but let's just be honest, they are going to return at some point. On the second spot, I chose something that's probably not going to happen, but nevertheless, I would really love to see the VS Seeker. But in all honesty, can the VS Seeker really be brought back? I mean, there were a ton of exploits, like 3 times the XP, 4 times the money, etc, etc. No, if it should be brought back, it should be as a daily event or something. Just picture it, it would make sense that the trainers were on a daily cooldown. Maybe someone would take longer time, some would take shorter time. It's a shame we don't have the gym leaders, because that is something it could work on too. May I ask, why, Game Freak? Why did you decide to remove one of the cornerstones of the game? It made little to no sense to me, and believe it or not, I like to keep track of which Pokemon I caught, and this makes it rather difficult. Was it so we would all pitch in and buy Pokebank? Because those of us who's interested in it already fucking bought it. You're just making fans angry. There's a reason that my living dex is still in Hoenn, because there is no reason to add 721 Pokemon to a Lola when it doesn't even get a flavor text or anything in that matter. Game Freak, Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, whoever's responsible, please make the National Pokédex return to us. Please. Well, that was my top 5 things I want added in Pokémon Ultra Sun and Moon. Did I overlook something? Did you agree? Or even better, give me your top 5 things you want added in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon.